What's
All
up,
right.
D Mike?
What's up, Tony? Y'all heard the bell. You already know it's time. DC Mike TV right here with boxing promoter. And I want to get this right. Former WBC FICA boxing middleweight champion, former WBC silver middleweight champion, and former NABA USA middleweight champion of the world. Now promoter Tony Jetta. Tony, what's going on, brother?
I was the UBO champion and I was the Virginia State champion. I was not the silver champion though. But I fought for
Okay.
the silver title and I fought for the WBA interim middleweight championship of the world. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Got a little mistake on there, but what's going on, Tony? How you been?
Good. How have you been? I love
I've
your hat.
been good, man.
Killing the hat right now. Your hat
Oh,
game is
appreciate it.
superb.
Appreciate it.
Typically, normally you have the live hotel hat, which is vicious. Now you got the
Yeah.
fresh ass black Don Johnson look. Okay, I see you.
I'm trying a little bit. What's going on though, Tony? How you been doing this COVID thing?
It's been tough. I mean, I think it's been tough for everybody, but I'm just trying to survive, trying to get by. I think
Mhm.
a lot of people are struggling, and I'm just, trying to get by like everybody else is.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. You got a big card coming up April 24th, Saturday, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the 2300 Arena.
Hmm.
You got some good fighters on that. You got Brandon Chambers, Kobe Madison.
Yeah,
You got a couple of pro debuts. Raymond Suandro. You got Evan Hawk out of Baltimore. You got Justice Bland out of New York. You got Ernest Hall out of Baltimore. You got Ibrima Jawara out of
Ern-
Maryland.
Ernest Hall not fighting, but Alvin Hall is fighting. He's fighting.
That's right.
Alvin Hall's fighting Evan Harker. So that should be a really good matchup. Both of them are from Baltimore, and both of them can fight. So it'll be a good fight.
Definitely. You got another guy's making a pro debut, Jakeem Hutcherson, who's actually been training with um, Jared Hurd in the past at his
Yeah,
gym for a number of years. You also
yeah.
got Daniel Gonzalez, who has the most wins on your card. Don't know if he's gonna be a main event. Is he main event or you don't know yet?
I mean, we got a bunch of other people that are just undercover. I got Joseph, the kid Joseph from New York, who's 3-0.
Mhm.
Daniel Gonzalez, 19-2-1. A star. He's actually with Star Boxing, and Colby Madison is with King's Boxing. So I'm
Mm.
thankful that both of those promoters allowed their fighters to box on my card.
Definitely, definitely. You've been promoting for 13 years. Obviously, you've been promoting while you've been boxing.
Hmm.
You landed a great deal at Merlin Live Casino. For those who don't know about Merlin Live Casino in the DMV area, you should guys could definitely come to the area and check it out. Great casino, great events that go on there. And obviously, your last show you did about 5,000, 4,500, somewhere around there.
It was a big crowd, and
Yeah,
super thankful. Like Live Casino and Hotel have treated Jetter Promotions, me and my wife, really, really well. And we've done sold out shows. All five shows were sold out. So
mhm,
have
definitely.
you read all five, right?
Uh, I believe so. Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
I know your first one was a televised call on CBS. I know that.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
That was a
Demond
banger.
fought, Demond fought the kid Rodriguez from Brazil, which was a great fight. Demond
Yep.
stopped seventh round.
Yep, Isaac Rodriguez for the USNBC WBC belt.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Ivan Goloff fought on that for another WBC title. Um, yeah, we've had a bunch of good fighters fight on those shows.
Yeah, definitely. Now, what is this card ranked as far as I'm saying your last five cards at Merlin Live? Does this rank up there with it, or is it just kind of getting your foot back in the door?
No, who knows? I mean, the Maryland Live cards were really good, but this is gonna be a good card too. 2300 Arena, if people don't know, is it's an historic venue. Like Boots Ennis fought there twice. Showtime, ESPN, everybody, Top Rank, Golden Boy, they've all been there. I mean, it's a really nice facility. So I'm thankful that we're gonna be able to go to a different market in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and see what I could do up there. Right now, Maryland, DC, or in Virginia, they don't have fans, so Pennsylvania has a limited capacity. So
Mm.
won't be this will be a show just to keep the guys busy, and I mean, at the end of the day, people are not fighting. Top Rank, Golden Boy, and Premier Boxing are the only ones doing shows right now. And I guess they got some shows down in South Carolina and Florida, but
Right.
unless you drive 9 hours to fight, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia is like an hour and a half away from Baltimore, so it's not that far. You could drive.
Right.
I
Uh-huh.
I really didn't know how close Philly was until we just went up. 'Cause I don't. I fought in Philly before, but that was a long time ago. But yeah,
Yeah.
drove right up and drove back like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So that far.
Yeah, definitely. So, can you tell me about some of the fighters on your card? That way the fans can know about, some of the fighters. Obviously, Brandon Chambers, a
The
police officer.
hitter, the hitter,
Yep, the hitter Chambers.
right? The
Can you
hitter.
tell me about Brandon? Can you tell me about Kobe?
Yeah,
Daniel?
well, the hitter's my guy. The hitter just had a baby, Nori, my goddaughter. So he just had a baby, and the hitter will be going for his fourth victory. 4-0. So right now he's 3-0. Be trying to pick up his fourth win. You got Colby Madison, who is a really good fighter. He trains at my gym actually. 8-2-2. He'll be looking to pick up his ninth win. You have Abrima Jarwi, who's 4-1. He'll be looking to get his fifth win.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, you have a really lot. There's a bunch of good fighters. I mean, the card itself is a really good card. So, you know, like any boxing card, hopefully everybody will stay healthy. They won't get COVID. They won't get hurt in sparring. And the fighters that I have will make it to the ring and be able to compete.
Definitely. Now, obviously, I think the 2300 arena fills up maybe 2000, maybe 2500. Do you know the actual capacity number that you can put in there, or that you?
They're going to let a couple hundred people in there. It's not a lot because the COVID regulations and all, and it will be COVID protocols. So masks must be worn, tables 6 feet apart. Yeah, so it won't be a lot of people in there. I think they'll have hand sanitation stations,
Mm.
everything cleaned down. So it'll be, they'll have all the COVID protocols in place for the event itself. And 2300, if you've never been there, it's set up for events. Like they have
Yeah.
do TV in there and all that. So it's a nice venue.
Mm. Now, for those who can't attend the fight, where can they watch it?
We're gonna stream it right now. I haven't released it yet, but we have a couple different options that we're gonna do to have it streamed. So I'm looking forward to releasing that information soon.
Okay. All right. Now, I've looked at your whole card. Obviously, you got, some guys from Maryland, some guys from New York, but nobody from Philly.
And there'll be people from Philly on there. I just haven't. I mean, I'm not like the rest of there's fighters I haven't even put on there. Need to take Ernest Hall off, and you know, just I need to rotate it. But right now we're just trying to get the card together itself. We're still 7 weeks out. We have a little ways away to go.
Mm. No,
Boxing 7 weeks, man. That's a long time. Anything can happen.
definitely. Now, you used to box yourself. What's a good amount of time? And would you consider this, a basic club show, or do you think it's a
It's a
step?
club. It's a club show. Definitely a club show. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, 100% a club show.
So, how much time do you think fighters need to get ready for a club show if they was to, get put on a card.
I mean, I don't like to, you know, talk about what it takes for one person to get, because one person might be different than the next. One guy
Right.
might stay around, the other guy might gain 50 pounds in between fights, so you don't know. No, like that's
Right.
the reality. But 6-7 weeks is plenty of time if you're in like halfway decent shape already. That's
Yep.
plenty. If you need more than that, like you need to find another. If you're fighting a little 4 round or 4 round fights like an amateur bout. That's like fighting amateur. It's nothing.
Mm. Okay. So,
So, but
why?
it depends. Like if a guy, like I said, guy's way overweight and he's really out of shape, most of the camp will be just getting in shape. He won't even be working
Right.
on. They'll be trying to
Yeah.
cut the weight and get in shape.
Right.
And a lot of guys blown up in between. So
It seems like that's the new wave now. A lot of guys like to go up 30, 40 pounds and then drop back down. Did,
yeah.
did you ever do that? Did you ever balloon up 30 pounds?
Don't tell anybody, but I did. Don't keep that a secret, but I did. I
Oh,
definitely did.
oh my God. Is that healthy? Was that
No,
easy?
no.
Jeez.
Totally not healthy. Definitely not easy. Just makes the camp so much harder because, like I said, you're really not working on what you need to be working on for the fight. You're just trying to cut the weight, and
You
that's
versus
tough.
the scale.
What's up?
I said you versus the scale.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you know, and a lot of guys do that. Unfortunately, like people could talk, say, "Oh no," but the reality of it is, a lot of fighters don't stay in shape. That's the reality of it.
Right.
They obviously got families, got whatever else they're doing. So, you know,
Yeah, definitely. So you said your fight will be streamed. Is the streaming free? People got to pay a small fee.
you have to pay for it. Yeah, yeah, nothing's for free.
Right. I just gotta ask Tony.
Nothing's for free.
Yeah, definitely. Now, why should people pay to watch this fight, this card?
Oh, well, I mean, a club show like this, like with limited tickets, I mean, they're people are gonna come see the fighter they know, you know. So,
Right.
you know, they can't come up and make the trip because there's no tickets. They can watch it on whatever platform we use as a streaming.
Mhm. It seems like recently a lot of people been using what is it, Fight TV? I think Fight TV.
They've done Fight TV, they've done boxing, there's a couple different platforms people are using.
Yeah,
It's just like it's like the wave of the future.
yeah,
Um, how people are able to access the fights that are on without actually going.
right,
Because a lot,
definitely,
right, like there's a lot of things that people don't have, like like they they're not on ESPN, they're not on Fox Sports, they're not on Showtime, so you could get and watch them on another little spot.
yeah, definitely. Now, obviously, COVID hit. Did COVID mess up? Do you think in the future COVID messed up as far as like small promoters putting on shows in the future? Do you think small promoters are kind of finished or not really?
I don't know. I've seen people talk that shit. They're like, oh, it's her. I mean, dude, you weren't doing shows before. It's like, shut up. Like, oh, like, I mean, if you're a promoter, you're a promoter. Like, you'll figure out how to do it. Like, at the end of the day, like, people, like, we'll figure out how to do it. That's just, that's just, that's just the reality.
Right.
But a lot of people, I don't. I do feel like a lot of people have, you know, acted like the COVID, oh, like we've all like, dude, we were on fire, like fire. That last show I did, you were there. That shit
Yep.
was crazy. That was
Yep.
that was like that was like a that was like a main event Vegas type show, and and then we were shut down from the next year. So I was lucky to get one in 2020.
Yeah.
So a lot of people didn't get a chance to get any fights in unless
Right.
you unless you were in the bubble out in Vegas or you're up in Connecticut, or I guess they're in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Yeah, I guess we're up in Connecticut, and I think they're doing some stuff out in Cali. And I guess right now they're opening up, but the reality of it is like small promoters. If you're a promoter, you'll figure out how to do it. But I've seen people cry on the internet and stuff, and I'm like, bro, like, dude, suck it up. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, DC Mike, oh, this sucks. Like, I can't do shows. My shit got canceled. Like, bro, like, suck it up. Like, dude, like, if you know how to promote, you'll figure it out. No, but I
Yeah.
have seen people do that, like whine and stuff. Like, we all took a hit. Everybody. I was on fire, fire. You were there. Like, I don't need a lot of people don't know me across the country, but in this
Right.
area, we were killing it. You know.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
the reality of it is people will figure it out. And I'm going to go up to Pennsylvania, which is a different market. And I could work with everybody. I've talked to David Price, Rodney Rice. Yeah, I'll work with anybody. I don't like the reality of it is in boxing, like promoters act so extra. Like they're like, oh, I can't help this guy. Like I told a guy called me about doing a show on the same day that I'm doing a show, the 24th, and
Mm.
because people don't like to do, and I'm like, I don't care if you do a show in the parking lot next to me. It has no bearing on the people that's coming to my show. Like, but people like promoters suck. Like they want to be hateful and spiteful and not try to help each other out. I told the dude Price, like, there's other people that I said you could do a show the same day. I don't care. Do it right next to me if you want, because it has no bearing on the tickets I'm gonna sell. None. There's only limited tickets anyway, so it's not like we're selling thousands of tickets, and those tickets are already sold. You know.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah,
It seems.
people, but like when promoters talk that dumb shit, it never like when they whine online. Like first thing, I don't do that. I never ever ever go. I promote my shit, like put my fighters out there about my card, but I'm never gonna get on there and get into an argument on social media because I can't win a fight on social media. Like them dudes are professional keyboard warriors. Like I never debate. If they debate, I just delete them. Like I'm not even doing that, and I'm not gonna whine on there. I'm like, oh, COVID, my 2020 season I had set up all these shows, and now they're all canceled. I was trying to do a show at what's the arena in DC where the Mystics play,
um,
the
the
big one.
entertainment sports arena.
Yeah, yeah, we were gonna do one right there. We had been talking to the people. Guess what? COVID happened. So
Mm.
so should I have been crying to you all 2020 about how I didn't get to do that show?
Mm. No.
No, should I? Because I've seen people do that. Should I have been like, oh, I didn't get to do the show at the sports arena in DC. Oh, COVID. My plans. No, like, dude, I just sucked it up and kept working to think what I'm going to do next. So yeah, no, I think the COVID has affected people, but if you're resourceful, you'll figure it out. Like promoting is tough by far. Like don't let me knock it. Like anybody that thinks they're gonna make money in promoting, they need to think again because it is especially a club level show. You don't have TV money. You don't have a ton of sponsorship money. So you gotta really depend on the fighters to sell tickets. So it is really, really hard to do it and to do it successfully. So people that do that, I like, Marshall Kaufman, guys that have been doing it for a long time. You got to give them credit, because it's
Yeah.
tough, you know.
Yeah.
But
I know
but I'm
some
not
probably.
I'm not gonna whine. I'm not gonna be like, I'm sorry. I wanted to do my show in DC and it got canceled. Like no, bro. But I
Yeah.
see people do that. No, like I read this shit and I'm like, dude, what are these people doing? Like, dude, suck it up. Like, dude, figure
Mhm.
some shit out.
Definitely. I know a lot of people probably watching and like, what the hell? Yo, Tony always talks like this for those who don't know. Y'all think I'm lying. Y'all can go on YouTube right now. Go to Chris Eubank Jr. versus Tony Jetta. Go to the pre-fight post conference. The interviews, Tony was, talking the same way. So
I go out there in the main event and just beat the dog shit out
yeah,
of him.
100%.
Well, no, it's not even. It's not the reality of it is like I'm telling the truth. A lot of
Yeah.
people like, yeah. So the whole COVID thing has been like it's been disastrous for a lot of people. Think about the people that have been hurt, the people that have lost family members and stuff. So I think all the way around it's been tough. But the sport we're doing right now, boxing, like people just gotta adjust what they're doing,
Right.
to do it. So the reality of it is like if you want to do this, you'll figure it out. There's no money in these little shows like this. That's why a lot of the big guys are not even going to mess around because why? Not going to make, but I want to keep my guys busy. I want to try to do everything I can to continue to move forward in the sport of boxing.
Mm. How far are you trying to take this? You trying to, get to like maybe grow it to like a 20,000 seat arena or
I
what
mean,
do you
you
think?
just saw what I did. Like, what do you like? I mean, you were at my last show. Like,
I was.
I mean, there's hasn't been a better show in Maryland than that show. Well, what show was better?
That was a good
Huh?
show.
No, what show was better? Just everything, the ambiance, maybe not the fights, because there's always good fights on cards. There's been club shows that have had better fights than TV shows. Like that's fact. Well, what
Yep.
show has been better in the state of Maryland than that show? You tell me.
As far as everything, I mean, yours is definitely up there. I mean,
No, no.
Maryland
You
Live.
tell give me one show that was better than that show. Everything, ambiance, the fights, the crowd was sold out, capacity crowd. Those were all
Yep.
sold tickets too. They weren't given away because a lot of these
Mm.
big shows like Premier Box, they just give they give hundreds of. I've been to a bunch of Premier Box shows where I got free tickets. Not saying that that's all, but we didn't give no tickets away. You were there,
Speak on it.
huh?
I said, speak on it. A lot of people don't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So we gave no tickets away, none. I wasn't like, you know what, I'm gonna give this whole section away. We could have, but we didn't. We sold
Mm.
those tickets. Those tickets were sold. So you tell me one show in Maryland. I guess the Tank show, Tank, but Tank is like a world, like he's like an elite level fighter. Outside
Right.
of that show, what other show?
Right. And you make a good point. And plus, you can't compare, a television fight
Yeah,
to,
yeah, but that show wasn't like a club level show. It was like like in between TV
yeah,
and club.
yeah. No, you're right.
But it
You're
was a
100%
really
right.
good show, yeah. But yeah, like the Tank show was probably the best show that I've seen at Baltimore Arena, and it wasn't because he just destroyed that kid from wherever he was from, just walked out, crushed him. But I mean, the crowd was insane.
Yeah.
Like I was there, like we were ringside, like we were there for that. Were you
Mm.
there?
I was it. I
Were you
walked up on
ringside?
you and what's his name? Guy in a wheelchair.
Paul Williams.
Yeah, you and Paul
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah, he trained at my gym for like 3 years.
Yep.
Paul Williams.
Yep. And
Yeah,
Tony,
he was
for
a
those who
good
don't
kid.
know, Tony knows a lot of people. He know Paul Williams from way back, Javonta Davis, Jordan Short Dog White. Demar Nicholson, the Peterson brothers. The list goes on and on for those who don't know about Tony Jetter's, backstory, who he knows. And I want to piggyback off, what we were talking about maybe 5 minutes ago, as far as your last show. You